Hello, and welcome to Magic Month of September. If you don't know me, my name is Karila, and I am from Starlight Temple. Magic Month is an energy forecast show that gives you an overview of what's happening astrologically, in the seasons, energetically, in the month ahead, so that you can use that information to align, to manifest, to heal, to have the most magical month. And September is epic. September 24 is one of those months that I am very grateful Magic Month exists. And so, hi everybody, it's nice to see you. If you are listening live, please do co-create this webinar with me and use the chat box to say hello and interact and express. And let's close our eyes and just begin by tuning in. So when you're ready, closing your eyes. And as you close your eyes, feel the muscles around your eyes relaxing. And feel your breath deepening. Consciously choosing to come into belly breath, where you feel your belly expanding because of your in-breath, and then pushing your out-breath out by contracting. And just take a few breaths. Focusing on your belly. On the expansion and contraction. The rise and the fall. And now expand your awareness from your belly out into your aura, letting your aura expand with your belly and contract with your belly. So that as you breathe in, your body and your energy body are energized. And as you breathe out, your body and your energy body are relaxed. And just taking this time to sync your body and your energy body rhythms. And as you do, open your heart to September 2024. And take a moment to connect to what September 2024 feels like intuitively to you. What are you sensing about the energy of this month? What are you feeling about this month? When you're ready, gently open your eyes, and if you're listening live, share what's coming through about this month. What are you feeling about it? It was making me smile because as we tuned into the energy of September, somebody outside was singing "I Did It My Way." It's like, maybe that's what September's about. Change, new patterns. Yes, there's big change. Transforming past into gold, nice. And so September is a 9-month in numerology, which 9 is always like death and rebirth and completion. So September very often is the like wrapping up of the journey that you've had so far. But this September is particularly about completion. One of the most mega and important and rare, if not the rarest, astrological events is going to happen come October. And so come October, we have all of the outer planets, which are known as the gods of change, changing signs. And that is, I've spoken about this on Magic Month and in the Life Force Cafe quite a lot, because in astrology that is unheard of. Like, we haven't heard of it. We don't have any records of it. It has never happened in the history of astrology as far as we know. And so, and for one of those planets to change, they're called the gods of change, the outer planets. So when one of them changes signs, you expect big collective change. For all of them to change signs, it's like it's going to be a whole new world. And when I've tuned into this a bit more as we're getting closer, what I feel is that what these planets are going to do is move the energy out of the currents and the pathways of top-down power. And they're literally going to pull the energy out of the old structures and systems of the old world. And because that's what the planets do, they move the currents of consciousness and the currents of energy. And so in preparation for this, September is like one of the busiest astrological months of 24, and it has this incredible opportunity for healing. It is like the last chance to heal what's happened today. And I'll talk about this a bit more, but Pluto has re-entered Capricorn for the very last time. And we also have an eclipse. And if you know eclipse windows, and you know me, you will know that I'm obsessed with how powerful and healing eclipse windows are. And so to me, when I tune into September, it's like get ready. It's like complete, because the world's about to change, and whatever you're carrying, you're going to take with you. And so it's time to clear out all of the stuff you don't want and take the good stuff that you do want, because everything's about to change according to the cosmos. And very much one of the things I read that I really liked was how we begin this month is likely not how we will end it. And so I would say that like the whole month is an opportunity to be in healing, to be in ceremony, to be in connection and listening and following your flow. And we'll go into the astrology report now, but so the very first thing is today, September 1st, Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. And, you know, whatever happens at the first of the month or at the beginning of the month, I always feel like it's the cosmos setting the intention for what the month is about. And Uranus retrograding in Taurus, when I tuned into that, it was like, embody the revolution, because Uranus is about revolution and revolutionary change. It's retrograde, which means that it's internal. And Taurus is about embodiment. So this happening at the start of the month, the intention is like, can you live the new earth? Can you live the revolution? Can you live the change? And the other really important thing that started today is Pluto has re-entered Capricorn, and Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, transformation. And Pluto has been in and out of Capricorn after being in Capricorn for 20 years. And in Capricorn, Pluto was all about top-down power. Pluto in Capricorn is top-down power. And Pluto, this is the last time that Pluto is going to be in Capricorn before it goes into Aquarius. We will not see Pluto in Capricorn again in our lifetimes. And so this is an opportunity to really heal the top-down power structures within ourselves, to heal essentially the shadow of patriarchy within ourselves, to heal. Pluto in Capricorn very much represents the structures of the old world on a micro and a macro level. And this is like the last chance to transform, to rebirth, to transcend those structures. And then on the 2nd of September, Mercury is trine Chiron. And so you've got these like two huge things on the 1st of September, which is like, can you embody the revolution? And can you do one final healing of what has essentially been your journey over the last 20 years, your healing journey over the last 20 years? And then the kind of medicine of that, because very often the medicine comes right next to the intention, is on the 2nd of September, Mercury is trine with Chiron. And Chiron is the wounded healer. And Mercury is the planet of communication. And a trine is when they're harmonious, when they're in harmony. And so to me, what the sky is saying is like the medicine is communication. It's can you express? Can you feel? Can you be true? Can you listen? Can you communicate compassionately through these old structures and through these? Can you create an inner revolution by creating a different way of communicating with yourself and with others, even though you're still connecting through the wounds, because they're the Chiron wounds, which means that they are the wounds of a lifetime. And at the same time, as Mercury being trine Chiron, we have the Virgo new moon. And Virgo, Virgo is about feminine energy. So the medicine for top-down power and the shadow of the patriarchy is the feminine energy. And it's also service. So when I tuned into this new moon, because there's this big connection to Saturn with this new moon, and obviously we've got the Mercury trine Chiron, and we've got these big Uranus and Pluto energies all around it. And Saturn's connected to karma. When I tuned in, it's like, can you truly get out of the way of your service? Can we truly let our service lead and not our wounds lead? Can we access the God or the goddess within? Because this is a completion, it's not just about the hard side of karma. It's also about the good side of karma, where Saturn rewards you for your authenticity, for showing up in the divine order, for being of service to the divine will. And so it's a very, very powerful start, and it's a start that feels like it has the really big questions. And then we kind of go into the medicine for the month. So from the 4th of September, Venus is conjunct with Black Moon Lilith and the South Node. And I feel like this is the medicine for the whole of September. So Venus is a planet of love, sensuality, feminine magic, feminine creativity. Black Moon Lilith is the other side of the feminine. She is the feminine that won't submit. She is the chaos. Lilith in the Bible is the first wife of Adam, and she refused to submit to him. And so she's the wild feminine. And then the South Node is the past. And it's like where we have come from. And when I've tuned into this conjunction, what I see is like the feminine energy, both in terms of its chaotic form and its love form, its creational form, is just going to flood what was created in the past in order to create something new. There is this kind of submerging of the old into the great powers of the feminine, into the chaos and creativity and the love and power of the feminine energy. And very much the sky is saying your feminine energy is really important this month. Even Mars on September the 4th, at the same time, Mars, which is very much representative of the masculine energy, moves into Cancer, which is a very emotional feminine sign. And very much the themes of all of this are to do with energy. Because how I see this great big planetary change that's coming in October is I see literally the energy being pulled out of the old structures and being turned into new pathways and new ways and new structures. And the new way, which my guides have been talking about quite a lot, is belly up power rather than top down power. And And belly up power is very much about, like, how are you holding your energy? Can you hold your energy in the chaos? Can you hold your energy in the passion of love? Can you be emotional and not waste your energy? That's Mars in Cancer. You know, and this month, I feel, is really going to show everyone where they're losing energy, where they're not holding their energy, where they're still in those old top-down power structures, which were essentially about expending energy in order to create. Whereas this new way is about holding energy in order to create. And September, I really feel, is going to take us all on a really personal journey of that. And astrologically, the middle of the month, it's going to feel a little bit displaced or confusing. You know, around the 7th, 8th of September, we've got Mercury. Between the 7th and the 12th, I really think we're going to go on that journey. Confusion is one of the biggest energy leaks. You know, it's one of the ways that we completely misuse our energy, is just being in the, I don't know, haphazard, non-committal way, reactive way of being. And on the 7th, Mercury is square Uranus, and I really feel like that's all of that fuzz is going to come up. And then on the 8th, we have the Sun opposite Saturn. And the Sun opposite Saturn, that's like Saturn presenting the harsh truths, like what you need to see. Where you're not being in your power, where you're not being authentic, where you're not living the divine order of self, and therefore creating confusion. And then on the 9th, on the 9-9, which is the big completion day, Mercury enters Virgo. And again, the sky is like, communication is the key, people. Communication of the heart. And then on the 12th, the Sun is squared Jupiter. And so we have this opportunity to expand, but also maybe the tension of true expansion involves letting go, it involves change. It involves, especially when there's a lot of feminine energy around, destabilizing. And so I feel like that middle of the month is just going to feel like this crazy, worry portal of looking at self and stuff. And then absolutely the most important thing this month is on September 17th, 18th, depending on where you are in the world, we have the full moon in Pisces lunar eclipse, and it is the start of the eclipse window. And absolutely, the eclipse window is the opportunity to do the healing work. So every eclipse, if you know me, you will know, every eclipse is an amazing, amazing opportunity to do shadow work. And whenever I do shadow work in an eclipse window, by the next eclipse window, that work has manifested in my life. I think of the last eclipse window, and we were working on the patterns of attachment, and I think of how much my journey up to this eclipse window has taught me to detach. Like, there is no way that I would be traveling Bali on my own if I hadn't done that work in the last eclipse window, because I was too codependent. I was codependent on my friends. So really, I feel like every time I do healing in the eclipse window, it manifests and it shows up. And it really supports the next 6 months. And this eclipse window is really significant. It's the end of a chapter. It's also the beginning of a new eclipse cycle, which is Pisces and Virgo, which is interesting because age of Pisces is the age that is ending, and Virgo, like I said, is about service. Coming out of the old and into service is what the next 18 months is about. But this is also the last ever eclipse window to heal with Pluto in Capricorn, and the last eclipse window before that crazy domino effect that is going to come when all the planets change signs. And I feel like it's very much about, because Pisces is opening it, Pisces is about intuition and listening. And absolutely, the next 6 months and beyond, our ability to listen to Mother Earth is going to be the difference between how flowful and how hard those changes are. And that's why when I've tuned in, the wound that feels most right to work on in terms of coming out of top-down power and into belly-up power is the mother wound. Because it's our mother wound that stops us from listening. It's our mother wound that stops us from trusting. It's our mother wound that stops us from being held. It's our mother wound that stops us from surrendering into the flow, that causes all of the resistance to the will and the process that Mother Earth is in. It's the mother wound that stops us being belly up power. And so this would be my advice, is to work on the mother wound for this eclipse window, because we're going to need our relationship with Mother Earth healthy if rapid change is coming. But of course, whatever you choose to work on, it will be profound, because it's wrap-up time, because it's finale time, because it's the end of 20 years of Pluto in Capricorn, the end of the old world before all the planets change signs. And then on September 19th, so as soon as we come into this eclipse window, and it's actually quite a positive eclipse window astrologically, like when I tune into it, there's loads of light and expansion. I almost feel like it's the bit before that is going to be the struggly bit, and then once you're in it, you're kind of a go-go, But on September 19th, we have the Sun trine Uranus, and the trine, a trine is harmony. And so this eclipse is going to be a revolution of truth, because the sun represents truth. And so this is like an illumination of your highest truth. Of it, in a way, it feels like an embodiment of the higher self. Just like the beginning of the month said, embody the revolution. We can't embody until our mother wound is healed, because our mother wound stops us embodying. And then on the 21st, we have the Sun opposite Neptune. And the Sun opposite Neptune means that the eclipse is going to be about getting clarity, closing that gap between the truth, the physical embodiment, truth that is embodied, and the dream, the vision. This eclipse is about closing that gap. And also being able to hold the balance, because it covers the equinox, and the equinox is always about balance. But on this equinox, which is the 22nd of September, the Sun is trine Pluto and Venus is square Pluto. So Pluto is shining through love and truth. And the balance, this equinox, is coming from not giving away power, but also not overbearing your power. It's learning how to hold your energy because you are held. It's learning to be belly up power, to embody belly up power. By, of course, doing your shadow work, which is why Pluto, eclipse window, everything is such a big theme. And then on the 23rd, Venus enters Scorpio. So this is all happening in the eclipse. The eclipse window ends on the 2nd of October. And you know, Venus in Scorpio is about the shadows of love and how to heal them. But also how to find ways of loving more deeply. This eclipse window is about learning how to love more deeply, how to love by holding your energy and not giving it away. And then then the month ends on the 30th with the Sun conjunct Mercury. And you know, a conjunction is when the energies are completely blended. So Sun, which is truth, and Mercury, which is communication, are completely blended, are completely harmonized. They're the same thing. Truth is alignment, it is embodiment. This month is about finding clarity, knowing where you stand. Even when I tune into, even when I'm doing this forecast, I feel like there's this incredible journey of illumination and liberation and expansion out of the old into this like higher state of truth. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. And so that's the forecast. What do you guys think of the forecast for September? How are you feeling about it? I'm going to give you what I think is probably the best medicine for this month in terms of surrendering to it and healing into it. Yeah, you can feel it. It's really luminous, hey, September. So if you want to do some healing in the eclipse, then, like I said, my feeling is the best thing to work on is the mother wound. And this course that me and David are co-creating just is, it is the alchemy of compassion. It's amazing because it's working with Chiron, which is the wounded healer, and your Chiron placement and your mother wound and your mother's Chiron, and literally creating the alchemy of compassion by working through the chart and the energetic fields of the chart, along with loads of like alchemy and channel transmission and technology, and then coming into like the power and how we can be empowered by our mother's chart, and actually use the codes within her chart to learn how to be held by Mother Earth, because they were the holding codes that we were given. Regardless of the story, we were given them in the womb. And so, like, to me, it's a like totally new way of doing shadow work. It's totally revolutionary. And I think it's going to be amazing. And in this particular moment, it just feels so aligned. So if you want to work with this eclipse window, then come and join the Rebirthing the Mother Womb journey. If you want a discount for it, then you can join the Life Force Cafe, which gets you a discount for the Mother Wound, and also a discount for the channeling course, because what's happening come the end of October is the course in channeling and connection. And I actually cannot think of anything I'd rather be doing with all of that change going on than the channeling and connection course, because that course, it just anchors you into heart, into center, into self, into your guides. It supports you. It holds you in this like fifth dimensional bubble of magic, and you can't be channeling every day and not be aligned. Like it's such pure, heart-centered, beautiful channeling that, like, really, I cannot think of anything that I would want to be doing more when all the planets are changing signs than be in the heart of that course, fine-tuning my listening, fine-tuning my connection to self and guides and higher self. And like, the channeling course is pure magic, it absolutely evolves everyone, whether they're already a professional channel or they're fresh out of the channeling box and they've never channeled before. Like, it involves everyone. I do it every year because it makes me a better channel every year, and it's this year there's already so much magic around it. So yeah, those are the things that I have coming up. I'm just reading your comments. Yeah, I'm glad you're all feeling the insights and the contemplations. So, in terms of getting ready for September, I would say any practice that helps you let go is a good practice. But the one that I want to share with you is a really simple practice of opening up your heart to that feminine chaos energy. That really, when I tune into the sky, is the medicine for this month. And I invite you to open up your heart with your eyes closed. To that energy. Of the sacred power of chaos. And see if you can build a relationship with her. In your mind's eye, can you start to meet her? As an energy. Can you connect to the depths of this energy? And can you invite this energy not to be where we normally experience her, which is happening to us, outside of us. Can you invite her inside? Notice what it is like to hold this energy inside of your body. It's particularly powerful if you have an ache or a pain, or an emotional block. To hold this energy inside the pain or the block. And now let this energy move up into your head, let it scramble all of your thoughts. And then let it move down into your heart. let it whirl through all of your emotions. And then down into your belly. Letting it charge your knowing. See what it is like for this energy to travel through your nervous system. And then up and down your spine. And then through every single one of your cells. And once this energy has traveled through all of your systems, notice that it is becoming completely still. And as you breathe this energy out, notice the space that has been created in your mind, in your heart, in your hara, in your nervous system, in your cells. And notice how you feel. as that space pulls in more of your light, more of your soul, more of your essence. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and just let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling after that. Good, I'm glad you're still and present and peaceful. I hope you guys join us for the Mother Moon. I think it's going to be really, really special. It's an eclipse offering. And I hope that you have the most amazing, transformative, completing breakthrough September possible. And I am sending you all so much love. Thank you so much.